everyone, welcome back to another video of statistical analysis. In this series, we're going to be looking at the MS5 series, which is normal distribution. And so in this video, we're just going to talk about what normally distributed data looks like. So the normal distribution is when there's the same mean, mode, and median. It is symmetrical about the mean. And the graph of normal distribution is called a bell curve. So if we have a look here in the corner, this red line represents the bell curve. So that is indicating that this is normally distributed data. It's all symmetrical. So just quickly, we're going to talk about what the mean, mode, and median is. So hopefully you know or you've heard these terms before, but the mean is just the average. It's where you add up all the scores and then you divide by the number of scores and you'll get the mean. The median is the middle score or value. So when you put all your scores in increasing order from lowest to highest, the middle score is going to be your median. And your mode is going to be the most common score. And so if you have 6 6s and 2 2s, then your mode is going to be 6 because it's the most common score. There's more 6s than there are 2s. So now we know our terms and we know what normally distributed data looks like. Let's have a look at an example. So here we have the height in centimeters of some men when they were age 18 is shown below. So we have 163, 165, 164, blah, 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 all the way up to 169. So now in question A, we have been asked to draw a frequency table to display this information. So I'm going to draw up a table. We are going to have a column for score. We can have a tally column and we'll have a frequency column. So we'll have 3 columns in our frequency table. Here we go. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 scores. So I'm going to go and write down my scores. We have 163, we have 165 here, but we have 164. So I'm going to write in order. We have 164, 165, then we have 166, 167, 168, and 169. So those are my scores that I'm going to use. And then I'm going to do my tally and frequency. Okay, so my tally, how many? The tally is just how much of each score there is. So we have 163, so I'm just going to put 1 tally. How many 164s do we have? We just have 1, so 1 tally. 165, we have 2, so 1, 2. 166, we have 3, 1, 2, 3. 167, we have 2, 1, 2, 168, we have 1, and 169, we have 1. So if you have a look, we can already see that it's going to be normal distributed data. You can see that on both ends, they have 2 scores of 1, then a score with 2, and then a score with 3. So it's already looking symmetrical. And so I'm just going to go write my frequency in. Okay, now I've done that, I can do question B. That's the question B. What is the mean? So I'm going to add up all my scores into the calculator. And once I've done that, I get 1,826. And I'm going to divide that number by the number of scores that we had. So we have 11 scores. So I'm going to divide it by 11, and when I do that, I get a mean of 166. For question C, what is the mode? What is the most common score? So I am going to have a look, and I can see that 166 is the most common score. Now there isn't a question here for the median, but if I was just to do question E for the median, in order to get the median, which is the middle score when it's in increasing order, I'm going to rewrite my scores up here so I can determine which one the middle one is. So I have 163, 164, 165s, 166, 167, 168, and 169. So now I'm in order. I know I have 11 scores. So halfway it's going to be around 5 and 6. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want this score, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 5 on this side of my number and 5 on the other side of my number. This score here is going to be smack bang in the middle, 166. So my median would also be 166. And that means that we are definitely looking at normally distributed data. Because if you remember from the slide previously, the definition for normally distributed data was that the mean, mode, and median was equal. And we'll have a look in question D, but it needs to create a bell curve. So I'm just going to cross out, okay, so let's do question E. Draw a dot plot and then hence draw a bell curve. So if I'm to draw a dot plot, I might do it in the color red so we can see what we're doing. I would draw my line and I would put my values in. So 166 can go in the middle. Then we have 167, 168, 169, 165, 164, 163. Okay, and now I'm going to write those in. 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169. Okay, now I'm going to go and put my points in. So I have 1 for 163. I have 1 for 164. I have 2 for 165. I have 3 for 166. So this is just what a dot plot looks like. You draw your horizontal line with all the values and then you put dots for each score that you have above. And just make sure they're evenly spaced. 167, I have 2. 168, I have 1. And 169, I have 1. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to draw it in, let's say green. I'm going to draw the bell curve. So it's flat and then it goes up and then it comes back down. So that would be what the bell curve would look like. So that's how you draw normally distributed data and answer questions according to it.